Hey guys, it's Coach Willis again, and decided to do a little video for you about the Runaway Scrape. We're getting towards the end of the Texas Revolution unit, and wanted to put something together for you and see what. Hopefully, this will help you out a little bit in your studying. So, I got a warm up here for you. What Texas leader surrendered and was executed along with his soldiers at Goliad? So, take a look at that for a second. And then a couple of parts to that question is what two feelings did Texans have after the Alamo and after Goliad? So take a look at that. And okay, so the answers to those questions are C, James Fannin. He's the one that was killed at Goliad. And then the feelings that the Texans had after the Alamo and Goliad were both anger and fear. And both of these are going to have a big impact on this thing that we're about to talk about, the Runaway Scrape. So what was going on here is the Texans had this feeling of hopelessness. We lost at the Alamo. We had losses to the Mexican army at San Patricio, Refugio, Victoria, Goliad, all those places. And so we were really pretty hopeless. And Santa Anna and the Mexican army was now moving north and east, into Texas, and getting to a point where it was getting pretty serious. So as they were moving forward and moving east, Mexican troops are ordered to burn every town and path in their settlement, completely wipe it out. Santa Anna wanted to return to Mexico and have the feeling that the rebellion had been just totally crushed, and that people in Texas would not want to even think about doing this again. But while all this was going on, during this Runaway Scrape and Battle of the Alamo and all of this, we had our convention. And we talked about this the other day in class, but in 1836 we had the convention at Washington on the Brazos, and so they didn't feel that it was safe to hold public elections for a president and a vice president and all that stuff with our government that we established. So what they did is they just set up a temporary government, a provisional government, and David Burnett is going to be the president. That's this guy right here, and Lorenzo de Zavala is going to be the vice president, and that's this guy right here. Now, they're not elected. They're just going to be provisional, temporary, interim leaders of the country to make decisions during the rest of the revolution until elections can be held. So Santa Anna's goals was to occupy towns in Central and East Texas, obviously burn everything that he could, and then arrest Burnett and the temporary government to squash the rebellion. So this is the Runaway Scrape. Now, once the Alamo and Goliad had fallen, the people decided that it was a pretty scary situation for them, because they knew, because of the brutality that Santa Anna had shown both at the Alamo and at Goliad, that they would be wiped out if they were captured by the Mexicans. So Santa Anna is on the move east. Sam Houston retreats east. And Texans pretty much just abandoned the Austin colonies that Stephen F. Austin had set up during the Impresario time. So everybody in Texas was moving east that lived close to the coast, because that's the way that Santa Anna was coming. And so they're doing what this thing is called. They're running away. It's the Runaway Scrape, and so they're running away. And in the process, they're taking everything that they have. They are, you can see in this picture down here on the left, that they've got their wagons packed, everything that they have with them that they can carry. Like this woman right here is carrying everything that she probably owns. And anything they didn't carry, they destroyed. They tried to burn their crops. They burned their anything that was left over, like hay or anything like that. They burned it, and so the army, the Mexican army, couldn't gain control of that stuff. So here's another one of our famous characters in the Texas Revolution and really afterwards. But Juan Seguin was a big part of the Runaway Scrape, because he was responsible for slowing down Santa Anna's troops so the fleeing settlers could get away. He set up this line with the cavalry unit just to slow them down. He was also, we can get back to the Alamo a little bit, he was also the messenger that sent that Travis sent from the Alamo to deliver his victory or death letter to Sam Houston. Juan Seguin fought at San Jacinto, and he was the first Tejano member in the Texas Senate. Remember, that's a Tejano is a Mexican that is taking the side of Texas in this revolution. So this is the Runaway Scrape, and this is the information that you're going to need to understand the Runaway Scrape. Remember, if you ever have any questions, please just email me and let me know, or if you need to talk to me in person and you can't be here, just let me know and we can set up a Zoom meeting or Google Meets. So hope you have a good day. Hope you're feeling good, and hope to see you soon. Bye.